Mwananchi, tabia zako ziko chini, unapenda kulipa hongo na kutumia njia za uongo, una mipango na hata watoto wa kando, haujui hata majina yao. Kura yako uliuza maini figo, ukakulia hadi dini, kisha wasema tukuthamini, na wewe hapo hauaminiki, na wewe hapo haupangiki.
Wapikidero when you need to slap somebody, complain ufisadi kwani ulidhani t-shirt 50 bob leso siku ya campaign ilikuwa free, ni 5 year loan investment utalipa kingia parliament. We are one, amani we are one na utumishi kwa wote, utu missing CCTV we were watching, racial insecurity na job opportunity ni kama mti ya kibiriti, side moja heavy. Usiniambie Kenya kuna umaskini, kwani hizi fat fingers zinaibia nane? Maskando inatreat our survival. Media define leadership, na sura ukiaka front page na improve readership. Ambia wase wa Twitter wa hashtag hii, ama hash reality doesn't make a good TT. Commission of inquiry, wanakula commission bila kutupa ukweli, ni kubaya. Baka kukiwa kuzuri unashindwa nini mbaya. Machozi ya perpetrator ineza dilute damu ya victim ilimwagika. After all is said and done, all will be said, nothing will be done. You're not my tribe, but you're my blood type. Like it doesn't have to take tragedy to know that.
Sheria
What's up? Yeah. What a beautiful day we're having here. Welcome to Sheria Dive right here on Power Radio with me, WaNjeri. And my God, you can tell my energy is up there. For viewers and listeners who are tuning in, there is a thing called Uji Power that I've just received some Uji Power. And, power cannot be stored. All right? Energy cannot be stored. It can only be produced and used. So I'll tell you how the Uji Power experiment goes. Ask me about this on Monday. We had a fantastic show earlier, Gift of Gab with Mr. DJ CJ with Elijah Moore's fantastic show that just ended. But welcome to Sheria Dive right here. And on this show, we talk about legal things. Also, we're going to be catching up on what has been happening in the country. This past week, it has been a week of bombshells, Where? Kenya manzia kuna kupumzika. Things just happen and you just need to get the glucose, you lick it and you get back on the treadmill. That's the story of our country. But as you know, we always start the first bit of the show by focusing on a special artist. We get to listen to their music. We get to hear some of the songs they have. And then you get to vote for out of the 5 songs, which is your favorite song. So if you're just joining us, karibu sana. Welcome all the way. I know we have even viewers and followers outside of this country. So if you're joining us from wherever you are, why don't you just let me know in the chat section of the YouTube live chat where you're listening in from. And of course, if you'd like to request a song, you can go ahead and do that. And then we'll be playing that song for you. Remember, it has to be Kenyan music because we play all Kenyan all the time. This is Power Radio. But for now, our artist feature is Mr. Nyashinski himself. Flozy, let's start with Tuendelee ama Tusiendelee by Kleptomaniacs because I need to give people some context. Some of you have met Nyashinski now as a solo artist, but the millennials remember him together with that group of boys from Highway Secondary School, known as the Kleptomaniacs, when there was proper rap beef. This is Tuendelee ama Tusiendelee, and this is one of the songs that actually launched Nyashinski into prominence. And then he took a hiatus. We're going to be talking about that, but for now, Tuendelee ama Tusiendelee. Let's go.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Kaningekuwa msanii wa sanaa ya silaha, ningekuwa na jamii ya masadam kawa saba na mabunduki na makofia kabilau, bidhaa za kujijali tu hali mashauri. Sikiza sauti kutoka Kenya mpaka Saudi Arabia, majabu ya Musa Firauni. Huyu kijana nafanya vibusa wa tauni, wavue mashati mapanti ni kama wauni. Wenda wazimu na saa, sikiza hii story vizuri jamaa, rap naifanyia chapa na mafanzu wanao nipenda jamaa. Sasa ukinichukia siwezi jali hata. Kama ni MC stick to the wax, unafaa kuweza kutumia hip hop na other tracks. Sikuchukia wadhiju wanatawala industry, na we bado uko chini. Kabla jina yako grow jipe miaka 8. Kalazman kutukane ndo ujulikane. Hip hop ni culture ya love, usisahau. Tuwali kukwambia sikuchuki na kudharau. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Nasikia kuna MCs flani wametutusi, atima lyrics zetu mazeni za upuzi. Na heri sisi hao wamejana virusi, kumangana kila mahali kama mambuzi. Na ningekimia ningenyamaza singejali, ni venye rap tone ilianza uchangani. Ukalimani, ukaliani, uhali gani? MC lango la kuroga ni kupata mali, matamshi ya changanya kama lugha ya Punjabi. Kukubaliwa na wanati hata na mababi. We, wacha kujidu mzee hatari, kusema na mimi nasema lakini tu ni safari. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? 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 Niaje bro, niaje sister, tunawacheki. We got mad love for you. Niaje bro, niaje sister, tunawacheki. We got mad love for you. Nina traki, nina mistari, Swahili jangili. Mkono wa kushoto ni Mike Mbota na bangili. Tema na mimi kauna rhymes kami ambili. Kasi vyo risasi kwa shingo, macho na akili. Lakini kabla nijaze nafasi ya pili, lazima nirudishe matusi za hama kafiri. Barabara na gari na wacha mkiwa chakari. Kazi ni usafiri, nasima MC matachari. Kabla single yako ipite yangu kwa chati, geuza jina, geuza flow, geuza trouser na shati. Na bado kitoboa kuniguza ni bahati. Naroga na kihindi tena kigujarati. Yeah, zaga blow, ziki zao. Kutema na mimi lazima utupe mbao. Ule jamaa mlidharau sana, speed ka bunduki. Chiki plow. Hatuteki nazi. Mafans wetu wamesema ndio, au sio? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? Niaje bro, niaje sister, tunawacheki. We got mad love for you. Niaje bro, niaje sister, tunawacheki. We got mad love for you. Niaje bro, niaje sister, tunawacheki. We got mad love for you. Niaje bro, niaje sister, tunawacheki. We got mad love for you.
Now, if you are new to this song, this Tupac's Biggie, rappers have always had beef. Even now, let's talk about Drake. All these things have been happening. So this song was a diss back to the guys who are like, sisi ndio tunajua rapi country. So you've had Nyashinski in that song. But here is now Nyashinski as a single artist, or rather as a solo artist, okay? Let's go. Number 1, song of the future. Let's go.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Wonfala mgani kama mng'ari kwa list juu ya Ferrari, yeah. Ana degree au ni journalist tu journalist. Nasikia wakiuliza ule boy wetu alienda wapi, amepotea kazi ile mbegu watu walipanda na kanyari, yeah. Na nasikia inasemekana hati rap zangu kamna mkazo na ile utamia rege mama. Maudinari wananikubali na hata hati hawezekana. Kwa wale upenda sauti yangu na iko wale usengenyana mama. Yeah, sonangi hata ya ofisi, sina njana jua mpishi. Sijaifanya kazi ya ofisi, sijailala kasi jadishi. Sijarap kitu katoka 6 hivi. Trust me, siezi rasmi mi hata niache mziki miaka 50. Nikirudi bado na crash nyenye niko fast me. Ndani ya party na nguo rasmi, tumepigwa pasi hapo katikati. Napiga mic check tu niko party na niko night shift. Niko busy sikuwa najificha. Clearly you rappers missed your teacher. Vitu mnaandika zinachoma picha. Nkiwisingi hata kuwafundisha sauti nasikiani. Don't waste your time wishing you're too proud, my baby. Too proud to wish they had an easy way out. Let times get tough so they remember you're a blessing. When life is good, they won't forget to say, ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Naulizwa mbona niliacha mziki ati nilikuwa mkali juu ya mic na namisiwa na mashabiki. Niliacha game mapema hata kabla refa hajapiga firimbi. Bila kwa heri ati walistukia tu kuna klepto moja imbi. Samahani nimepotea, shukrani kwa wale wamenifikiria. Hizo miaka zote nimekuwa missing lakini kwa kitu hamjaniambia. Kani ningebaki bado ungekuwa nataki ya kusikia nikiwaimbia. Ama baisa ingekuwa mnanifanya vile mnafanya mapioneer. Story kwa media ati nimechapa niko juu ya madawa na hangaika. Shoni mali mbada, hebu kama ukatendraise mnaita. It's not that serious, rap ni hobby. Bila mziki bado na mange, ingekuwa career singekuwa nalia kusikia tinaija like Nairobi. Ambia ni ukama sijifeel sana. Wewe ni mgeni sikia kwanza tunakupenda. Ukikaa tutachoka na wewe hivyo ndo kuenda. Mimi ule mgeni alikaa siku 2 tu. Sikukaa siku mingi nikuachie nafasi ya kuchoka na mimi. So now you know. Shinsky. So now you know. Beat ya kega. So now you know. Hey. Hey. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Nyashinsky with Now You Know. That's number 1 on our Top 5 list. Let's get number 2.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
In my mind, babe, is where you spend most of your time, babe. So many signs say yet to me perfect design, baby, yeah. Wangu ni wewe, kienda milele ntangoja. Najua kwa wengine takukosa, kubali Mwenyezi, tuzeke pamoja, takupenda milele. Like I never loved in my life, so love me like you never loved in your life. Whenever we're together, oh life so nice. Kama sijakupenda then I never loved. I love you like I never loved in my life, so love me like you never loved in your life. until love came and opened my eyes, baby, yeah. Perfect design, yeah. You came to me right on time, baby, yeah. And you know you did, and you know you did. Wangu ni wewe, ukienda milele ntangoja. Najua kwa wengine ntakukosa, kubali Mwenyezi tuzeke pamoja, nakupenda milele. So love me like you never loved in your life. Whenever we're together, oh, life's so nice. Kama sijakupenda tena, never loved you like I never loved in my life. So love me like you never loved in your life. Whenever we're together, oh, life's so nice. Kama sijakupenda tena, never loved you like I never loved in my life. So love me like you never loved in your life. Whenever we're together, oh, life's so nice. Kama sijakupenda tena, never loved in my life.
Weh. Hide your girls. That's Nyashinsky. Flo's is here in studio. She's just having the time of her life listening to that song. So that will tell you how it's being received by the fairer sex. Anyway, here's number 3.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Yeah. Mwaka mzima kuna show. Sasa unatakaje? Kaki kuki renta ishuki na mimi ni mzazi, vitu sihitaji zina feel stupid, so sikupi mziki uhitaji. Kwa ufupi chini si stup, mimi niko juu vile wezi imagine. Watu wanataka hope, nitoe wapi? Mimi mwenyewe na shangai rona joke tendaje. Vitu kama ngaro kwanza ni shatwa kwa budget. Sijali kwa Grammy so my pictures natokaje, madeni za ma supply. Grown men sawa na gwaya, pia mi naomba nipeni chance kake msawa na haya. Ulimjudge sa unamwita menta juu kuna pesa kwa umalaya. Shingo inameremeta na ka influencer wa mawaya. Ni wana simu kinitabash na kuja na team na looking na clash na sura ya ndim na watu na trust ndo watu na shame. Ka kuna cash ndo nashika sim, ka niko wax na kuanga machine, nalipa tax na nalipa bill ndo maana ni black alafu ya sin. I'm a youngin wanna need mentorship, more than wanna need censorship. Kwa street mini evangelist, wanna serve team ina serve confidence. Success by accident, now see focus here past events. Na rule book jua too musty bend. The good book said don't judge me man. Kwa top 3 mini number 1 to 3. Of course hii city kona love for me. Na brochi kitu kama destiny. Masofti ndo wagawa loud vizi. Kaunioni hata misikuoni, but ifiki jioni kauniski redioni. Mini car news, we hata na miwani hata na binocular, bado misikuoni. Paid my dues, my lifestyle choices ni headline news. Fai kwa na jam niki headline shows. Grown ass men complain like hoes. Kusain wasania in a deadline bro. Yup, I'll do it when I do it.
When I do it.
Mwaka mzima kuna show. Acha tuziashe. Kilimanjaro tundo itapita hii highness. Yeah. Ama kolabo kati ya mimi na South East finest. R.I.P. Hata kwa mtaro utanipata na designer. Acha tuziashe. Kilimanjaro tundo itapita hii highness. For my people I do whatever it takes.
Top Form. That's Nyashinsky with Top Form. That's song number 3. Now let's go to song number 4. We're almost done with our list, best of 5. Remember, I'm looking out for your votes. You need to vote for your favorite song. We have the YouTube live chat that is open. And I also see if you just like to tuma salamus or just tell us where you're listening in from as well. as also just requesting for a song, as long as it's Kenyan, because here we are all Kenyan all the time.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Yeah, sawa. Isaidie tu tuko wax kama kao. K the Great. Can I be free? Relax and take it easy. We only get one life, so live your life. Oh, fire, you know I'm right. Yeah. Welcome to paradise. Yeah. Girl, don't just fantasize. Yeah. Light up and free your mind. Ataka unipendi unajua ni nani beast hapa. Na level za deadly uko unajua zina exist hata. Na kuombea daily ufike mali una aim. Before ni dead nijenge na V8 baba. Before they play me nioneshe mali snakes. Wako surgery ya utaona ma mistakes. Inaitwa surgery. Unaweza acha kucomplain. Swedanganya side any main. Can I be free? Relax and take it easy. We only get one life, so live your life. Oh, fire, you know I'm right. Yeah. Welcome to paradise. Yeah. Girl, don't just fantasize. Yeah. Light up and free your mind. Yeah. So dry your tears. Daddy, don't you worry, boo-boo, have no fear. Mom said, piga kazi while I'm young and strong. I said, for you, I'll be strong for 1,000 years. Still zangu ni medley, Joshua ngam deadly. Marapo na movie, Joshua kwanga jetly. Singa mani MC, zangu zina message zawa zina ziko empty. Joshua gamzi, here I go. Geuza flow, mwisho mwezi kuna teve, but at least kuna dongo. Mazote watandika kunidis, sitabona. Mbie nani amekupea this many hits in a row. Dance for me, baby. Just dance for me, baby. Dance for me, baby. Just dance for me, baby. Yeah. Mini jina kubwa labda tuzungumze na babako. Gari kubwa manishanga utaitishwa za macho. Bai mtumba ukihopa ijabeba kikulacho. Vibes tunakupa ka unapenda jenga haso. Lines tu zinakuja utasarenda mako. Ni like tu ataka nimeka watu moja mbaya hapo. Hii night ikwe true hadi kesho jione kwa mpasho. Hii life wezi jua so tonight please can I be free? Relax and take it easy. We only get one life, so live your life. Oh, fire, you know I'm right. Yeah. Welcome to paradise. Yeah. Girl, don't just fantasize. No. Light up and free your mind. Free your mind. Ooh, can I be free? Oh, can I be free? Relax and take it easy. We only get one life. So live your life. Oh, fire, you know I'm right. Welcome to paradise. Don't just fantasize.
Can I be free? Wacha niache kuimba manze. Yangu ni ya kuongea. That is Free by Mr. Nyashinsky. And of course, bring us to the number 5 song in his top 5 of the best is
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Only you, babe. Only you, babe. You're my only one. My only one. Some say a fool never changed his mind. Well, maybe, baby, I'm a fool for you. Mapenzi kipofu, kipenda maovu, huoni. Oh, love is blind, never seemed so true. When I'm broke, natumianga bro, please call me. Akipiga naomba do, mbona kuna message najitumanga, send me money. To cut a long story short, yo, vumilia na mimi. Please don't leave me, don't let the money fool you. Sponsors just wanna use you. Namwambia mtoto wa mama siharibike, ananishoni biashara tu. Na swezi mshibisha na panganga tu. Na mwezi ukiisha sina ujanja. Na renti kibishwa wanga planda. Oh baby, kwa nami wakati sina. Leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe. Baby, kwa nami wakati sina. Leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe.
say you will forever be my queen. Yule nalana ye kwa dhiki, talana ye kwa faraja. Ahadi yangu ndio hiyo, kama pamoja tumelia, tutacheka pamoja. Vumilia na mimi, please don't leave me. Don't let the money fool you, sponsors just wanna use you. Toto wa mama usiharibike, yeah. Oh, baby, kwa nami wakati sina. Leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali nimetoka nawe. Baby, kwa nami wakati sina. Leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali nimetoka nawe. Yeah, mali nimetoka na wewe. Yeah. My only one. Okay, sana ichiza kabubu. Baby, no more talk, just do. When time kama buyu, take kwa chini uko juu. Forever be my only one. Tukiachana itaniuma na joke kuna niga na ngoja nichome aruke ndani ka super sub. Usiache happen. Shikilie kasiri. You make it in life then. Kushikilie pia mimi. You make me whole, baby. Don't let me go. Stay beside me. You make me complete. How will my heart beat without you? Baby, kwa nami wakati sina. Leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali nimetoka nawe. Baby, kwa nami wakati sina. Leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali nimetoka nawe.
Baby. Ladies, you know when a guy makes you promises, man, tells you, baby, I know this is a bed sitter, but just keep the faith. You know, but this is for the ladies out there. There's nothing more beautiful to a man than a woman who's going to hold him down when he's going through his growth phase. Everyone has a growth phase, you know. You have to start from somewhere. It's always good to have the support of a good woman by your side. And a good man, I guess, for the ladies. Someone who can hold you down and just do life with you and just love you for who you are. Because out here, people just want to love you for what you got. And when you ain't got it, there ain't no love for you. So, that's baby. A promise to his beloved. Sitasahau pale nimetoka na wewe. Isn't that what you want to hear? Unfortunately, I hear as well that some of you are just academies for people to graduate into other relationships. Yeah? Academy yako imetoa watu wangapi? How many graduates has your university produced? People date you and then they just marry next. Wow. Eh? We. Serikali. Anyway, enough about that. Welcome to Sheria Dive. Now, I have Mr. Nick Osam. Nick Osam is tuned in. Asante sana, Nick. And remember, Nick, if you want to request for a song, you can do that. Just request for that song. I'm going to be looking at that live chat. If you'd like to ask any questions about today's show, or you'd like to give us your feedback, or you'd like to request for music, you can do that on the YouTube live chat that is currently live. Also, you can reach out to us on the socials at Power Radio, at James K. WaNjeri. But of course, today we're talking about whistleblowing. But I remember when we went for the June finance bill protests, there are a lot of whistles on the streets. And I think this year has been such a profound year for Kenya because if anything has happened this year is that as citizens, and especially as young people, we have rediscovered our love for our country. But beyond that, we've also discovered that we can stand up to defend our country. I think that has been the revelation of the year, beginning all the way from January until now. But of course, the June protests were a huge culmination of this. And so many young people went to the streets to demand for better. You can't be taxing us, man, and you don't see where this money is going. You're not doing anything about corruption. A minister, a guy is appointed a cabinet secretary, and within a few weeks, he's wearing watches for 5 million. He's wearing shoes for 1 million, Bob. As in, come on. The president is wearing a belt for 300,000 shillings, man. He's wearing red sole shoes, 1.2 million. Bro, what's happening? Now, the reality is that a lot of these things, when they happen, someone is somewhere and they are seeing something. Today, we're talking about whistleblowers. Who is a whistleblower? Because this week, something profound happened. The president was giving the State of the Union address earlier this week. I believe it was, this was being done on Thursday. Now, rumor had it that part of what he was going to be talking about was the success of the Adani projects. You know, Adani has come into Kenya and they're basically getting involved in, they were getting involved in the running and overhaul of JKIA and then also Ketraco for power transmission. But also, they are said to be in the health, in the that one. We don't even know what it is. Now we hear it's being called Taifa Care. What's happening? Anyway, early this year, a gentleman by the name Nelson Amenya tweeted through his X account and said, yo, these guys, they want to take away the airport. They are selling the airport. And my goodness, things began to fly. And suddenly Kenyans discovered, okay, this Adani is a billionaire, but is he clean? So what then happened is, because Kenyans, you cannot beat Kenyans when it comes to doing their research online. Mbio, we began to uncover some of the scandals that Adani has been involved in. Bangladesh, Australia, India. You know, the complaints that have been coming from these countries about involvement of Adani in critical infrastructure in those countries. But the president said, no, everything is fine. As a matter of fact, on the morning of the, I think the day before the State of the Union address, ministers were being asked questions about this. The Minister for Energy, Opiyo Wandayi, was very clear. He said, yes, we have heard about the indictment, because earlier this week, the United States Department of Justice indicted Mr. Adani, accusing him of corruption. He has facilitated corruption of government officials. And because his companies are listed on the US Stock Exchange, then the FBI can go after him. Of course, when this news came out, everyone was like, we told you so, we told you, we told you. Then the government came and said, no one has been corrupted in Kenya. Those stories in the US have nothing to do with us in Kenya. So we are going on. We're moving forward with the Adani deals. Can you imagine that level of, I don't even know. I think it's just rudeness and hubris. Anyway, the president came for his State of the Union address and he said, we have gone ahead to cancel, having received critical and important information from our partners. Basically, the United States told the guy, bro, this is what's happening. And he was like, okay, no more Adani. But Kenyans have been telling you this for all this time. Now, India today had, Nelson Amenya was actually interviewed by one of the stations in India. And he said some very interesting things. Now, Nelson, according to this article, when Nelson Amenya first uncovered the details of the covert arrangement involving the leasing of Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to Adani for 30 years, he understood the potential ramification of his actions. All right? This is what he says. When Nelson was asked, during this interview, bro, hii kazi, the way things are going, what do you think of it? He says that this victory is not just mine, it's a win for the people of Kenya. So what exactly happened? Nelson happened to be in a place where documents passed in front of him, and those documents clearly showed that there was a deal to bring Adani to run JKIA. And part of it would involve using the infrastructure, using the JKIA land to borrow loans against it. And so he blew the whistle. Now, the problem with the JKIA deal is that it was shrouded in so much secrecy, but it was also circumventing the standard procurement processes mandated by Kenyan law, even though they tried to do it through the privately initiated proposal, PIP. And if you'd like to learn more about PIP, we've done a show on that on Sheria Dive. It's available. Just go to YouTube, Sheria Dive, PIP. You're going to see that, okay? The government first denied that there was a deal that existed. After some time, they came and said, yes, there are ongoing discussions, but no deal. Then after some time, they came and said, we've already signed this thing. We have to move ahead with it. And now it has been cancelled. But Nelson Amenya is not the first whistleblower we've had in this country. I want to take you down memory lane as we look at the people who have put their lives on the line to expose some of the dirty and shady deals that are being done in government offices and are being hidden from the people of Kenya. And then you and I can ask ourselves, what are we doing to make this country a better place? For now, let's get some music.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Yeah, I'm standing on the stage, looking at the audience, I'm frightened. They told me that this thing was all exciting. All the attention I'm attracting on the mic and the hype and the buzz got me thinking about my life when I'm through with this, so gonna be next there. Been working hard, so I hardly take a rest there. I see you focus on your swag and your fresh gear. Me, I'm trying to be a damn legend, man, is that clear? I had a dream that one day I'd be sitting on a round table with Kanye, talking about business and buying beats from Andre. They said the best things come to those who are humble. I've been a humble dude that you wouldn't believe. I chose hip-hop and I swore to never leave. At this point, I done left behind all the beef, cause resorting to violence only proves that you weak. What up? And mama told me that, son, you gotta be strong and you don't got to worry. So you can criticize me all you want, but you don't know my story. Bakipilaki kwa pori, maisha ya ghetto waningori. So now I'm praying to God that he gon' come and see me through. A lot of these niggas on my case, they be pulling me back, but I won't let them get to me. Ambition is priceless, so I gotta make this buck, cause this money don't come for free. God is gonna open doors. Oh, God is gonna open doors. God is gonna open doors. God is gonna open. So what's up with all the yapping and the stabbing in the back? I ain't a saint, but that ain't real, man. All that's happening is whack. Where were you when I was snapping on the sack? When I was in the streets, I remember you was laughing on my tracks. You say that my accent was not legit. Bet you didn't think I'd come and top this list. I thank God for this blessing. This my confession. I worked for this pot. I'm the proof, I'm the lesson. Yani nani ani taki vipoa. Wali dani sipatikani ati alijitoa. Ni imani ni nayo ndani yani najiyokoa. Juu ifani ni juu yamani yani raimi ni poa. So niko busy, nikitafuta ganji like a robber or probably a basta bandi. I'm always on the grind, need to hustle yani na nawacha legacy kama Mahatma Gandhi. And mama told me that, son, you gotta be strong and you don't got to worry. So you can criticize me all you want, but you don't know my story. Bakipilaki kwa pori, maisha ya ghetto waningori. So now I'm praying to God that he gon' come and see me through. A lot of these niggas on my case, they be pulling me back, but I won't let them get to me. Ambition is priceless, so I gotta make this buck, cause this money don't come for free. God is gonna open doors. Oh, God is gonna open doors. God is gonna open doors. God is gonna open doors.
Don't mind me. Watoto wako sana. Skia. Ati don't mind me. Kwa nini? Niko club na mapeng wanataka kunidress, so si tense mina kamsai. Kata inadai, na tenje inadai, lakini stoke minta kamsai. sina ID na banza akiuliza we mshow minta kamsai ati ati don't mind me niko club na mapeng wanataka kunitrace so sentence mina kamsai kata inadai na tenje inadai lakini stoke minta kamsai na sina ID na banza akiuliza we mshow minta kamsai nita kamsai color blind but this yana ngia colors na between school na career ni kubalance cause I'm the big man with a big swag ningekuwa ndula ningeitwa New Balance between life ama school career bitch I made like 4M goja sasa this year niliomba sauti yangu ikuwe salary engineer sana big dog nikibakwa nasikia approach with a caution kama silencer kuna dem huku nje sezi manager na wanaanza kuniita ati caliber shots zangu zote kuwa loaded niko ndani big facts nigga mazigzag nigga mradi zangu kote kote utawainita niko kwa ndege kitu na beat ni time lapse na jet lag so I don't give a fuck ati don't mind me niko club na mapeng wanataka kunitrace so sentence mina kamsai kata inadai na tenje inadai lakini usoke minta kamsai na sina ID na bonza akiuliza we mshow nitakamsai
Muku form Johnny Mokuchu ching ching mimi na Jere tuko joma bling bling doba zetu mboaya sindo real deal zeno bana ziko chini sindo ma kingpin chuma ilale ndani kaina 15 mama unipa ganji yona ita pimpin konyolo cup bana we drinking nimefunga kilemba kama sing unabanja sana kuna venye unanipiska mkojo power puff girl mindo mojojojo venye zigo shodo nazifikisha kwa lojo angalau come form like niko na maguni mpaka situkidigidha mitambo yo haga na dandia kama donda na mlango jaba na mix ni za doba za kitambo kibif kama gera njichi utafambo
niko club na mapeng wanataka kunitrace so sentence mina kamsai kata inadai na tenje inadai lakini usoke minta kamsai na sina ID na bonza akiuliza we mshow nitakamsai nita kamsai
That's Lil Minor, by the way. Nakamsai. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking about a very, very important topic. All right? Whistle blowing. But what exactly is whistle blowing? Okay? Now, when we talk about whistle blowing, we're talking about disclosing information about behavior or misconduct that could harm the public interest. Now, mostly in Kenya, when we talk about whistleblowing, we usually do it from a finance point of view, where you want to disclose some of the things that have happened, or maybe someone is trying to do a dirty deal or something like that. But basically, whistleblowing actually goes beyond dealing with, like, at the national level. There are companies, even within their own policies, they have a whistleblowing policy, where you can actually come forward and say, so-and-so is doing this thing. I don't think it's right. It's going to harm the company. Okay? Now, beyond disclosing corruption, whistleblowing on its own, it cannot be the all in all. For whistleblowing to actually properly work in a society, number one, as a people, we actually have to agree what exactly constitutes misconduct. Do people feel that they are obliged to flag and address wrongdoings? Do people know what is expected when that information is disclosed? Is the disclosure being made in good faith? Because then it also makes no sense to whistleblow about something and then you disclose and then nothing happens, right? Bure kabisa. But after you've disclosed, we must have an authority that is expected to and that is willing to take action after receiving such information. Now, the president the other day was telling us, if you've been abducted by the police, go and report to the police. I'm like, what? DCI have picked you up and then go and tell DCI I was picked up by DCI. It makes no sense. So part of the thing we have is that there is a serious mistrust between Kenyans and the security forces. And so, if that is where we are going to be reporting, it's not working, which is why many people actually prefer to go ahead and blast it online. Because when you put it online, then there is pressure from all corners, and then that matter is dealt with. But third, there must be clear procedures or legal processes that should be in place for receiving the information and determining what the truth is. Because remember, you could whistleblow and it's not the truth. For instance, people have been saying trees are being cut in Karura, or sijui the president's son is trying to sell the timber, only for people to be told, hey, the trees we are cutting are the ones that have been planted. We actually want to bring back indigenous trees to Kenya. So we are clearing that bit of Karura so that we can plant indigenous trees. And the trees that you're seeing being cut, they're actually being taken to the army barracks to be used there. So nonapo, someone says they are whistleblower, but they are just perpetuating fake news. Or it's because of lack of information. Perhaps which also tells you that Kenyans have really, really low trust in institutions. When anything is happening, even when it's a good thing, Kenyans have their antenna very high. And they'll actually say you're doing the wrong thing until you show them it's the right thing you're doing. So there's a problem of communication that we have to actually address as a country and even as institutions. How do you engage people? Because remember, the idea behind Kenya is that we are a participative democracy. We have to be there every step of the way. When you come and say you want to, okay, we have these trees, inform us, we want to cut the trees, call us, let us participate publicly. Ask us, what should you do with those trees after you've cut them, right? That is part of the process. But many people, the information finds us late, and by that time, we have already come up with theories, we've already come up with conspiracies, we've already decided it is this one, it is the other one. So there's a lesson there to be learned by institutions. And if you're listening to this and you're in a position of authority in an institution, in a business somewhere, people, this generation of young people, they want to be involved. They want to know these are the steps we are taking. We are at step 1, step 2, step 3. I don't know why for a long time Kenyan leadership has, fought against this idea. And I guess it's because it attaches an accountability angle to it. Because why would the president, for instance, only act after America indicts Adani? Yet information was actually being provided about what Adani had done in Australia. Adani is banned from carrying out any other projects in Australia. In Bangladesh, the cost of power has skyrocketed. These issues were being raised, but the president decided to ignore. That was just noise by people. That's the wrong approach to take when it comes to matters of how do we deal with questions that are raised. So there we go. We have that on whistleblowing. So those are things that must be there. But remember, as I said earlier, this is not the first time we've had whistleblowing in Kenya. And the consequences have always been very bad for whistleblowers. As one of the things I watched in that Nelson's interview is that he says he's not coming back to Kenya anytime soon. Why? Because even his close associates, his close family, they have been threatened. They have been threatened because of the work he is doing. During the Gen Z protests, those who are considered ring leaders, the police this year were going to their homes to talk to their parents, their brothers and sisters, tell so and so to stop this thing. Kenya is a country where we are always trying to bury the truth, but enough is enough. Iyo inakuja kuisha. When we come back, I want to give you 4 examples of whistleblowing that happened. And man, the results were varying and a little sad. Let's get some music first.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
It's number 9, baby.
I dream of a sky where the lights never die down. I'm awake in my sleep and I'm falling to the ground. I want the answers to the questions of the reactions. Whether it makes sense or the path is fatal attraction. Is it the whiteness of the cloud or the steam in my mirror? Is it the broken of a glass? Could it be more clearer? 'Cause I feel so alive. No one can stop me
lakini usikise mtu wangu kuna venye nimekafunga ka Ramadhan weze ni sahau tunikingia kwa booth mule boy ukikizwa masnia design ya Chucky Chan sota mnikate mguu amwezi ni defeat finya backspace kwa comp wezi ni delete kuja na pinye still amwezi kuni beat na hizo wealth zote mkonazo amwezi kuni reach wanadai mini mskini I need to gain some weight mini maskini wapoke needs to gain weight cause raha wanabonda after raha wanahara wanakonda kangonda mini hustling daily kukula smart make sure nimenona kuliko anaconda sikizi wakiniona ni sura wanakwaga wamebonda hizo mipaka tunazivuka bila bada
no one can stop me even if they try. Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong. No one can stop me even if they try. Cause I've been trying much too long. You can beat me down, I'll stay strong. Cause I feel so alive. Beat me down, I'll stay strong.
Sheria. Don't let discouragement get in life. Wala wanakuambiaga uwezi toboa. Wala wasikuchekelea. That time that we prove them wrong. It's gonna be otherwise. The future's here with the best leader. That's the ego one. If you're still hating on us, you're on cause we need that. It's not banana, baby.
To be such a beautiful night, so I wanna stay out with you till the morning comes along. No, Sulueri and Kinyadi, Jopoluero, hallelujah. Give me the word and a bit of me, Mutumandi Wanjalo Yoro. And now we made it to the mountain tops. Let me take your hands, baby, lead your way. And now we're cruising to the promised land. Mind alone, better not mind alone. And now we made it to the mountain tops. Let me take your hands, baby, lead your way. And now we're cruising to the promised land. Mind alone, better not mind alone. Kai go dire atia, kai go dire. Ya kumbanya de daga ka oda siri. Kai go dire atia, kai go dire. Kumenya de daga ke modo Syria. Wasakalo kodeki milima na mabonde. Ore wa yora yora. Wasakalo kodeki milima na mabonde. Ore wa yora yora. Wasakalo kodeki milima na mabonde. Ore wa yora yora. Wasakalo kodeki milima na mabonde. Ore wa yora yora.
Nama chakagera rosine ke besilia my dear. Nama chakagera rosine ke besilia my dear. Na dear busy ona me hangani no diga we haraya ni no choke ogora mawani kohe ona tiawe kana gweke doge sama ta ojere tane wakinya choke goe how getine donge ni wacho
ke komanya de daga ka oda siri
donge ni nyisa
Kumanya de daga ke modo Syria. mabonde ahore wayora yora ni milima na mabonde ahore wayora yora ni milima na mabonde ahore wayora yora ni milima na mabonde ahore wayora yora.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Mr. Airosh Mwenyewe. Now, I was telling you guys about whistleblowing in Kenya. The first known whistleblower, or rather the first documented whistleblower in Kenya, was Mr. David Munyakei. And David Munyakei is the guy who blew the lead on the Golden Bag scandal. Now, Munyakei was working at the central bank as a clerk authorizing transactions. He discovered that Goldenberg International was receiving huge sums of money for phony exports of gold and diamonds, and we did not have viable mines in Kenya for that. Now, there was this thing called the Export Compensation Scheme, where exporters qualified for a government subsidy to enable them compete favorably on the international market. Now, with no gold and diamonds in Kenya, Munyakei was suspicious of the transactions, yet the Central Bank of Kenya kept on compensating Goldenberg International that was trading in phony gold. It was later discovered that the masterminds were smuggling gold from Congo and then lied to the authorities that it was being exported at a higher price. He went to the Goldenberg Commission of Inquiry in 2003 and he narrated the events that caused him to blow the whistle. This is what Munyakei says. After 1992 elections, this thing became very rampant and became open theft. Now, in total, Goldenberg International was paid more than 60 billion, which was 20% of the country's GDP at the time. In 1993, Mr. Munyakei approached Honorable Paul Muite and Honorable Peter Anyang' Nyong'o with evidence of the illegal transactions made by CBK to Goldenberg International. That evidence was tabled in Parliament, exposing the mega corruption at the time. Subsequently, Mr. Munyakei, who blew the lead, who whistle blew, he was then arrested and charged under the Official Secrets Act, and he was actually taken to prison because they said he had revealed government secrets. Munyakei is a hero. We need to have a monument in his honor, but he died a poor man, punished by the government that he exposed. A few years later, John Githongo, while we had the National Rainbow Coalition regime, exposed top government officials that were involved in the Anglo leasing scandal. Now, there was a case that was taken to court because one of the people he mentioned was Christopher Ndarathi Murungaru, who was the then Minister of Internal Security. And he said Murungaru was one of the key architects of the Anglo leasing scheme. And the Anglo leasing scheme was about equipping Kenya. Do you see all this nonsense we see nowadays? DCI, they can't crack, what crimes have been committed, all those things. Anglo leasing would have solved that because part of it, they're going to have a lab that will deal even with forensic evidence. It was meant to really bolster Kenya's security infrastructure. It's no wonder why they decide to eat that money and throw that story out. Anyway, Mr. Murungaru sued John Githongo and accused him of collaborating with media to defame him through various publications. Now, the High Court said there was no iota of evidence presented by Githongo and his witness linking Murungaru to corrupt practices. Therefore, the dossier that he had presented, the contents of that dossier, in the absence of evidence to establish their truthfulness or justification, meant that the publication was defamatory. Consequently, Githongo was ordered to pay 27 million shillings for defaming Murungaru. Another guy, Jacob Juma. Remember Jacob Juma? Jacob Juma exposed scandals at the National Youth Service and Eurobond during the formative years of the Jubilee government. and he was later gunned down somewhere along Langata Road. Popular blogger Abraham Mutai was also arrested for whistleblowing on corruption in Isiolo County. Now, in 2019, the Transparency International Kenya's bribery index showed that 87% of the participants who encountered bribery incidents while seeking service did not report it, compared to 2017, where 94% stated that they did not report. This means that many people are actually keeping away from reporting corruption because there is a perception that nothing will be done even if they reported, while others fear victimization or simply did not know where to report. Now, the other day, for those of you who remember, there's a lady who was shot dead in the streets of Nairobi. And it was a very sad story because it made no sense. This lady was walking with a friend of hers somewhere in the CBD along Kaunda Street. She was shot minutes past 5 p.m. on Monday, February 13th, 2023. She was in the company of another woman when she collapsed outside the Jubilee Insurance building. When she collapsed, she bled from the nose and the mouth. No gunshot was heard and nor was a gunman seen. But why was she a person of interest? She was a person of interest because she was one of the people who was presenting evidence, or rather exposing some corruption that was ongoing at the NHIF. And after her death, the person who was being charged with that offense, the charges against them were dropped. Now, this lady was shot. No one heard the gunshot, and no one saw the shooter. A few months later, we would have Kenyans being shot by snipers while at the Occupy Parliament protests. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Lillian Waithera Gathenya was a whistleblower. She was shot and she died. We'll never actually get to know who did it and why they did it, and who was actually benefiting from the fact that that was done. The reality of Kenya is that even now, and you actually notice that it seems like every first year of our new president, there has to be a scandal. And they try to really hide those scandals until someone steps forward and actually says something about it. Now, whistleblowers will often find themselves being the target of harassment or even being the target of court action. For instance, in the case of John Githongo, he was ordered to pay 27 million for apparent defamation of Mr. Murungaru. 27 million shillings. How do we... There are people who, every time you come forward and you want to expose and you want to give certain information, what they then immediately do is decide, hey, I must take you to court. And for instance, Nelson Amenya has actually been sued in Kenya and in France for the statements that he made. And luckily for him, the indictment actually helps him because it shows that what he was saying was the correct thing to do. So ladies and gentlemen, there is a bill now, the whistleblowers bill, that is being put together. When we come back, we talk about that bill, but also ask the question, yes, you've blown the whistle. So what's next? Is that it?
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Me, I keep it fresh, fresh up.
can handle Camp Moolah.
I come correct, and yeah, my swag so official like I'm the ref. See, I be rocking Louis, so shorties wanna do me. Have all these haters feeling so underdressed. I see you mucking me, but I ain't mucking back. Cause I ain't got time for your chitty chat. Why you tryna copy and paste me? I'll be with your broad like butter on pastry. She's on my arm like my Virgin Mary. And we be on that weed from early. OG, smoking by the OZ. And all she wanna see is a couple emojis. Well, I got money to blow. And shorty, I ain't tripping, so you already know. Can't moolah all day. If you want it, gon' pay. Hater, I'm just letting you know that
all I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Okay, my life is not the same, and I know who to blame. If I remember the name, it sounded something like fame. For the money, for the game, I would kill it.
No shame.
Rep a crew that's untamed, and I'm a dude that's maintained. Swagger so right as Frank. Funny big Benjamin sitting in the bank. What you think? I've been working hard, numbers agree. So please believe me, this is easy, born to be an MC. So I took one Nairobi, the swagger strong only. 24 hours round the clock, Wani. The Levi store know me. Big up Ryo and Fuzzy. Now I'm fresh all day, Nikki Chapakazi. Boys be looking at P, this ever slappy. Lucy, Kibaki, LOL. Yeah, I'm only messing, I'm just digging the jam. Bumping it with my fam. Chuck Taylor's helping me stand. Let go.
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
I said we on to be their favorite. Moolah team pacing. Further than the basement, higher than the spaceships. NASA couldn't waste this, rockets couldn't chase this. Swagger on vintage, African Fresh Prince. Flying like the Jetsons, higher than the Jeffersons. Moving on up till they can't get enough of us. Now we at the top, better use your binoculars. Swagger non-stop is what you do if you have some. And I'm just getting started. Ever seen a Kenyan boy trying to go harder? You gotta work for your profit, cause everybody's trying to get paid in Nairobi. I think your swagger need coaching. Fresh all day, it's all cool by the ocean. Swagging down in South Coast, you could say we coasting. High grade glowing, too far flowing. Damn.
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Fresh all day, 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 it's all cool. Fresh all day, fresh all day, it's all cool. Fresh all day, fresh all day, it's all cool. Sudeka mama Yani kakaliet medore Sudeka mama Ahero kakako kigwarore Sudeka mama Yani kakaliet medore Sudeka mama Ahero kakako beautiful feeling Napenda vile nimezama walai niko deep end. Oh Lord, sita pretend. Cause every time we making love, ni morning till the PM. Your tender kisses kichako na dedi. Oh, Kendo sami denda ni papi chulo, oh oh, my oh. Koki kweda with all these positions. Sheesh, sheesh. Me until I can't no more. And now we're getting closer, closer. Your eyes are getting broader, broader. And Anambia, baby, don't stop. Cause she wanna ride your tell her all night. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Sudeka, yani kakaliet medore. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Sudeka, ahero kakakoki guarore. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Yani kakaliet medore. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Ahero kakakoki
watu tunakanana, kisha baadaye tunakandana. Hatuna story, hatudai namba, maneno yanaleta lawama. And you know that I like it. And I know how you want it. If you like, baby, I'll describe it. Paint a picture for you, let you own it. I lick the cream, I love my topping. Say a prayer before I dive in. Drink sweet water from your fountain. I know you love it like that. And now we're getting closer, closer. Your eyes are getting broader, broader. And then Nyambia, baby, don't stop. Cause she wanna ride and want me all night.
Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Yani kakaliet medore. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Ahero kakakoki guarore. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Yani kakaliet medore. Sudeka, Sudeka, mama. Ahero kakakoki guarore.
Sudeka. That's Okelo Max and Mr. Charisma bring us to 2:30 p.m. Remember, this show goes until 3 p.m. And on Monday, we have this same show between 5 and 6 p.m. And today, we're talking about whistleblowing. And I have a question for you guys. Do you think you can whistleblow in Kenya and remain alive? Ama these people will send you to your maker very quickly. Because that's part of the problem with Kenya, isn't it? When someone comes forward and they whistleblow, the possibility of them disappearing completely becomes very, very high. Because we've set up a system here that protects perpetrators of illegal activities to the detriment of those who actually are trying to pursue the truth and what should be done. And I think for Nelson Amenya, we cannot escape the fact that part of the reason why he has been so successful is that he's not in Kenya, he's not in the country. So he's out of reach for most of these people. And these are DCI with their balaclavas and their Subarus without number plates. That's just the reality. So what are some of the things that need to be done? Even as we talk about the whistleblower bill that is currently before Parliament, what are some of the things that should be done? And what should we actually ask for? Now, number one, I think it's important in Kenya for us to talk about having proper protection mechanisms for whistleblowers. How do you protect a whistleblower? Okay? When someone comes and they bring this information, how are they protected? Have we set up safe houses? Is there a budget for how they can be protected? The problem with Kenya is the same police you go to report to them, the same ones who are supposed to be protecting you, they also end up being the ones that shoot you. I think we remember there was that case of, was it Serone or something? The cop was shot by his fellow cops because he had refused to compromise a matter that they were investigating, okay? So one of the things that needs to happen is that whistleblowers must be protected from retaliation or harm, including social victimization, physical attacks, and disciplinary action. Some of the whistleblowers, especially in government, who come forward, they are then charged for disciplinary offenses and their employment is terminated. Okay? Those are actions that are being taken against a person who's decided to step forward to do the right thing. The law should ensure that where you have an insider whistleblower, someone who's whistleblowing within the organization, such as an employee, they are then protected from intimidation, from discipline, or removed from their position. And this should be for a long enough time, even if the case ultimately collapses. And the identity of the whistleblower should always be protected until that time where it must be revealed, either by operation of the law or by operation of time. So, the person who is whistleblowing must be protected from any loss, including damages, including even the question of being sued, okay? But also, they should be protected from these cases of defamation. And we probably need to come up with a way to provide legal advice for people who are being sued for defamation when actually they are whistleblowers, okay? But of course, we cannot have this whistleblowing being done properly or being done in a way that it should if people do not actually understand what those protection policies are. And so some of the questions we need to ask ourselves is, number one, do people understand them? Do people accept them? Okay. Have we consulted amongst ourselves, even as a country, to say, okay, this is a standard that we want, this is what we need? Because I think last week on this show, we were talking about how KCSE exam papers have been leaked. Someone knows something, but why are they not coming forward? Probably because these are people who are fearing for their lives. And when you fear for your life, you get to a point where you ask yourself, is it really worth it? Should I die? Should I die like that NHIF employee, Waithera, who was shot dead on the street because he had some information that would have put someone behind bars, shared information about people who are stealing money? That can't work. But remember, whistleblowing is an essential part of democracy because it means that citizens are able to release and to provide information, real-time information that then ensures that the responsible people are put behind bars. The challenge, I think, at the moment is that we do not have anyone in our government today who has a goodwill to fight corruption. Why? Because each and every one of them, almost each and every one of them is benefiting from corruption. Corruption is the reason why some of the people are where they are today, and they're not about to stop that. So, some would think these things could actually be about us looking into the future and saying, what type of country do you want? And how do we start changing it today? So, when we come back, I'm just going to be looking at that whistleblower bill just to highlight a bit of the bill and some of the proposals that are being made. And then encourage you, please look for it. It's online, the Whistleblower Protection Bill 2024. Go through it and give your comments on what you think should be done, what is not being done, and some of the changes that need to be there. Let's go.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Straight to the inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, man them go, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, man them go. Hili jina kubwa sana, utadhani bamba mbigalo, subliminal zangu, minimal, now city, no car, technical, and then for the girl them and the man them, sometimes we just gonna ban them, ishaweza, ishakuwa, new cheza, miss chezi, meufanya vitu kali, daily, tuko ligi moja, kadi, hiyo ni kichaa inabonga, ama ninja inabonga, gone till November, maybe December, beat in a bamba, siko jigamba, elevation, it's separation, masking too with the dream team, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, man them go, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi, man them go.
another East-West classic, drastic. Tear rubber fresh, nobody touch plastic. I sip pure palm wine from the pimp cup. If you know the vibe, OTS Charlie drinks up. Link up on a Saturday, c'est la vérité. Move the ball around, of course it's a Saturday. I'm a nata, party starter. Desiderata, poetic bastard. Becca P to Steven up here, Blackstar. Fresh body, better for my rasta. I've been on the vibe since. Purple rain, channel imprints. Bad man team, we beating rents. Fresh crime scene, no prince. Charlie.
Inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Man them go, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Man them go.
I think you already know how I roll. Binky told me your molo, we finna kill them. Manifesto no molo, we bout to blow. Bin Laden and Saddam is in the building. God bangers, none of you could ever top that. If you talk smack, I'ma blow your damn top back. My investment, stock exchanges. If you see me in a Rari, then my nigga, I just bought that. Kaina weza na kai, wezi sidai. Yapa na cheza na pesa, jukoni jingi sukai. Na chapa wera, my brother, juku walezi hifai. Nikyo bazenga na juta kwa kila miezi Dubai. I'm a product of the ghetto, making priceless moves. I know a couple haters who don't like this dude, but don't fight this dude. Tajipata kwa jeneza, so blinky when he show kai, wezi au inaweza.
Inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Man them go, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Man them go, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Man them go, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Girl them go crazy, inaweza haiwezi, inaweza haiwezi. Man them go.
Watu wakatike. Hii beat ni fact kama Blaze ama kama sukuma wiki na mayonnaise ama kama Lydia Bura na Victor wakiingia kwa gari pamoja. Hey oh no, but anyway ini ya wa KENYA na wale wa Kenya wako California. Karawa kisikia hii anaangusha AK. Si hatujalie tumetoka mbali tafadhali Pastor Kabasi watu wakatike kama wanati nataka party kama leo ni birthday ama niaje isi ni kali kazi ile magadi gawanga zinaona mpaka huko mandani ya goza kaleka demkako pale na anatingisha vitu kadhalika upasikie hii huko ndani ya Vatican miano Batman miama na African na kwa wale MCs wote ambaye wanaroga wacheni kutumia tuka beat moja this kabukada this kabukada this kabukada this kabukada ndio watu wakatike this kabukada this kabukada this kabukada ndio watu wakatike this
kila wakati kabuka paka sangapi kabuka paka tenje imechomeka I can't stand hizo machanti zimekusha fashion ni kama nyele za punk kuruka ni kama mumengara pump badilisha jina ya camp na kuwa camp kabuka ini camp kibumbuka ya wadina mademu na matumbo katbele leo ni leo hiyo ni kweli ndarivasisha huyo leni na kuwa neli silly nini kama kina mili vanini wawili piga tu makelele na kushika kibare paka uface pandele wewe tazama mbele mintafuga nywele ili kuchanuka kisha nitakupa kitu sika hii kabuka this kabukada ndio watu wakatike this kabukada this kabukada this kabukada ndio watu wakatike na hii kwa hakika watakatika mkunywe mavitu nyingi mutatapika simama na mguu moja kwa madakika uniambie kama zimeshika na zimeshika kama fika kale kademjo ubaya ananika na anamshika jua najua nikifika atajipa ndio sahi ana mafikra jua na bamba kunyamba kwenye kitanda shiti zinakasi mekarangwa harufu mpaka kwenye varanda karamba na katahanda kwanza manga labda ndala kuku nzima
kama sima, kabla kukunguta chupa mzinga, lazima lima shamba kisha panda, wezi dishi kabla pika kwanza, ya bamba kama sampa na unaganja kwa jampa, beya yeka fanta pana mwacha biti ya chapa kama hicha kasha, atiaka tiaka 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 kama nzika kitingi shamba
Kabukada, kabuka this, kabukada, kabuka this, kabukada. Ndio watu wakatike this, kabukada, kabuka this, kabukada, kabuka this, kabukada. Ndio watu wakatike this, kabukada, kabuka this, kabukada, kabuka this, kabukada. This. Ndio watu wakatike
You know, Flo's is choosing the music today, and she has decided to just bring rap beef into the studio here. Yeah. That's Mr. Bamboo. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, I've told you there's a whistleblower bill that is currently in Parliament, and this bill, part of the proposals that it's making is that the Commission on Administrative Justice, which is also commonly referred to as the Office of the Ombudsperson, the Ombudsman, is the one that will actually be dealing with questions of whistleblower protection. It also sets out the roles and powers of the Commission in the implementation of this Act if it passes. The bill also seeks to provide immunity from legal proceedings for a person making any disclosure under the Act. Okay, so you won't be sued, and that's one of the things that recommended, that if you make a whistleblower, you've made a whistleblower report, then I don't think you should be subject to legal proceedings. Then the other thing as well is that the bill also provides the manner of making a public interest disclosure, and also provides for anonymous disclosures and identifies the persons responsible for receiving the disclosures and the information to be included in those disclosures. So sawa. Then there is part 4 of the bill, which now provides for the mechanism for the protection of the whistleblowers. It provides for confidentiality of information, immunity from liability, and protection against reprisals of any form as a result of the disclosure. It requires every private or public entity to establish and maintain written procedures for the investigation of disclosures of improper conduct made by employees or other persons. The policies and procedures are to be made in accordance with the size and nature of operation of the public or private entity. Model procedures are also set out under the part where that shall be applicable to any public or private entity until an entity has established its own procedure. So one of the things this bill wants to do is to set up the whistleblower apparatus both in the public and in the private sector. Okay? And so it provides what are some of the policies and procedures that must be followed when it comes to whistleblower protection, both in public and in private. Sawa. Then the bill also provides for the procedure of receiving and processing of public interest disclosures, including investigation and making of recommendations on the findings. Complaints of reprisals are also dealt with in part, including the orders of relief that the Commission may make under the Act. And part of those orders that the CAJ or the Ombudsperson can make include reference to the Witness Protection Agency, reinstatement to a position lost as a result of workplace reprisal, and compensation for loss of income, among others. So it almost looks like the CAJ then becomes a quasi-judicial body because it looks like it can make orders and even order for compensation. Then, of course, we talk about penalties for offenses under the Act, including breach of confidentiality of information disclosed, obstructing an investigation, engaging in acts of reprisals against the whistleblower, making false disclosures, and disclosing of information whose disclosure is limited by the Act. Okay? Now, the other part of the bill also speaks about limits on disclosure under the Act, and in particular, what are the limits of disclosure on information relating to national security, classified information under specified law, or personal health information except in certain circumstances. The part also states the circumstances in which the whistleblower protection under the Act may be revoked and procedure for review and appeal. Sawa sawa. So please look for this whistleblower protection bill 2024. It has some very interesting proposals in there. Let's go to the comments. There's a gentleman called Charles Masharia who has a bone to pick with me. Charles says, hey, I blew the whistle to the Judicial Service Commission about negative influence peddling by a multinational corporation within the judiciary. Knowing you, I think he's talking about me, as a social media influencer specialized in employment law, I was disappointed that you didn't amplify my grievances in the public domain. The JSC has never acknowledged or replied to my dossier, which I emailed and hand-delivered to the offices. How can activist lawyers like you intervene? Fantastic. Thank you, my brother, for this. It's good. I see you talk about having made a complaint to the JSC. I think you can follow it up with another letter seeking an update. And that other letter, you can copy it directly to the Office of the Chief Justice. But also, copy it to the Office of the Ombudsperson, okay? The Commission on Administrative Justice. Because if the JSC is not carrying out their job and they are just stonewalling you, the CAJ can actually step in because those are some of the matters that they deal with. So I'm sorry, as private individuals, sometimes our influence or our reach may be very limited. However, there are already, under the law, there are already mechanisms that are provided for, right? You can write to the JSC again, copy the Office of the Chief Justice, copy the Office of the Attorney General, copy the Commission on Administrative Justice, and they're going to be able to deal with that matter. Then if that doesn't happen, then of course you come and you amplify it. But I always say, I personally also have a problem with the JSC because we've made complaints, they've never gotten back to us, they've never written back, they've never given us a status report. So JSC as an organization, I think you also saw what the president of the Law Society of Kenya was saying. JSC is it's becoming a very useless commission, unfortunately, and it needs a lot of reform. A lot needs to be done because there are many things where they're dropping the ball. And as lawyers and as people in the legal space, you know, we have to call them out and you have to tell them that this is the way this is being done is not the correct way that needs to be done. It can actually be done differently. Sawa, let me know how you do that. You can always send me a DM and then I'll be able to see. Once you make those efforts I've advised, then let's see if they don't reply. Perhaps there's something more that we can do. We love the feedback on the show. For now, we're almost coming to the end of the show. Let's get some music, and then when we come, we finish. Remember, we are back here on Monday between 5 to 6 p.m. And Flozy's show is next week, isn't it, Flozy? We're talking about gender-based violence. What are some of the things that we need to do? What are some of the actions we need to take? So there'll be a full-day event, right? On Friday at Mageuzi in Kilimani, I believe from 8 to 4 p.m. Okay? And then Flozy's show is from 4 to 6 p.m. We're going to be there. I'm going to be there. So, tunavangoza reggae ama? Okay, tunavangoza reggae tukitokea hiyo show ya Flozy. But atutumie hiyo kitu? Aya, atutumie hiyo kitu.
Power Radio. Tune in and power up.
Nakumbuka ulivyosema hadi tena wanipenda, nikiwaza pia ulivyonitenda hapo mapema kunitenda. Na nyumbani nishaenda mara kadhaa, wengi nishapenda, nani afaye penzi langu la ukweli, nishapatana na line zako dedi. So don't take it personally. I don't think you should be with anybody. Naona duni afadhali ubaki peke yako. So baki peke yako, umevunja wengi. Baki peke yako, baki peke yako, umevunja wengi. Baki peke yako.
Madem Johnny wengi bani wendo minaita, hao wengine nilicheza nao, lakini penzi yenye mimi sitawasahau. Ni ile penzi ulinipa mpaka saa hii niko sijaipata penzi kama lako. Ni kweli mimi ndio nilikuparada kucheza nje na kuhanya, nimebaki na mawazo. Baki yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Uko wapi sasa? Bila we siko sawa, nimekosa raha, na najua mabeshte wako wananisemanga, mara waliniona huku, mara waliniona kule, wananiekeleanga bure huku. Nisamehe, désolé, nisamehe. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako. Baki peke yako, umevunja wengi, baki peke yako.
Ladies and gentlemen, why must good things come to an end? Well, this one is coming to an end. That's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for making time to join us on this show. And of course, many thanks go to Flozy, who is keeping us entertained in studio and just making sure the music is running and playing as it should. I'd like to wish you a fantastic afternoon. Today, there is Law of the Ring, where we have two lawyers punching each other at Chatter Hall here in Nairobi. So that's what I'm headed for. And they're raising money for some boxing clubs in parts of Githurai, okay? So we're going there to support Mr. Njeru and Shadrach. We will be there. Mwenye atapigwa apigwe na mwenye atashinda ashinde. Sindio? But for the rest of us, please have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourself. Yeah, if it rains, please make sure you are not wading in deep waters, because catastrophic things could happen as a result of that. God bless you guys. Have a lovely weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday between 5 to 6 p.m. Thank you.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.
Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion. Hii maisha ni safari, tunapita kama moshi, na kabla tuzame mchangani kuna kushinda na kufeli. Oh, inabidi ujijue tofauti ya mwalimu na mwanafunzi ni ujuzi na ujuaji. Oh, it's unbelievable that we make it this far. Undeniable, we see the promised land from afar, and it's so beautiful. No, they can't touch the fire, and you know it's not in vain. Steady tripping through the pain. Oh, man. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight Zion, on the midnight Zion, Zion.
mengi yazidi kunipita jama. Oh no, maji yalipozidi unga, hawakudhani tutafika. It's unbelievable that we made it this far. Undeniable to see the promised land from afar. So beautiful, they gon' know who we are. They keep on walking in the rain. Kuna blessings in the pain. Steady rocking in the midnight train. Steady ready. Steady rocking in the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking in the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion, to Zion. It's a narrow road to Zion. Nothing will ever deny us. Whatever it takes, keep on rocking. Whatever it takes, keep on moving. To Zion, to Zion, to Zion. Yeah, 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 yeah. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion, to Zion, to Zion. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion.
Your kind of music, all day, all night, right here on your only station, Power Radio.